Hey guys, it's the director. Remember to sub and like. Oh my god, it's Joey Bosa! What's up guys? It's the director. Going into speculation mode today. I've done an extensive amount of research on whether or not we're getting brand new legends in the Ultimate Legend program. That meaning new players added to the game, new players that we have not seen before. And my evidence is inconclusive, but it'll give you a clearer picture of what we might see come this Friday. We're thinking that Ultimate Legends could actually drop on Friday as like a new promo. Because last year in Madden 18, they actually dropped on Friday, and it was like 10 new legends, okay? Let's just go on over to the research. This is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to help me out here, okay? I've gone through very extensively through Muthead, finding all the players that need upgrades. And I've done a little bit of math here. You can kind of see which ones need it. I don't know if we're going to count these punter and kicker, you know, whatever. It'll be weird to see them in a legend weekend. But I went through and looked at all these guys. I'll just name off a few. Everson Walls, Bryant Young, Sean Taylor, you know, those 93s that we got from the Gauntlet. All those guys need upgrades. Ted Hendricks, Randall McDaniel. We got those guys from the Halloween. So you got Mean Joe, Night Train, Calvin Johnson. They all need upgrades. Some of the limiteds like Kellen Winslow, those Snow Beats, Herman Moore, Andre Reed, Howie Long, those guys. Jerome Bettis, Anthony Munoz. Bobby Bell, another limited, and then you got these guys from the most recent Gauntlet, Donovan McNabb, John Randall, and then you got guys from other promos, like the Blitz promo, Deion Sanders, more limiteds, Deacon Jones, and then you got the guys from the Hall of Fame, Rod Woodson, Brian Urlacher, Michael Strahan, Jerry Rice, all those guys, okay? So, with all those guys put together, this is kind of the math I came up with here at the bottom. And I will mention here as we scroll down, I did list the 96s and I did list the 97s. We'll come back to those in just a minute. Okay, so according to my research, the total amount of legends in Madden 19 that are less than or equal to 95 overalls is 58. And that's counting the punter and kicker. I'm not counting it, it's 56. Let's just say 56, okay? We know for sure that those guys are going to get Ultimate Legends some point in the game. Maybe not for sure, but it's pretty likely that we're going to get Ultimate Legends for those specific cars, the ones that I just listed off. Okay, those are happening. So that's 58 new Ultimate Legends. And I'm going to do this actually with you guys so you guys can see the whole process behind my thinking. So 58, we're going to divide that by 3 a weekend. That's 19 weeks. You guys will see at the bottom there in my research, it says weeks until Madden 20 is 26 weeks. So that would leave us about 7 weeks worth of legends that we do not already have. Interesting. Very interesting. But we got to go a step further. There are some guys here that are pack sellers. Obvious pack sellers. The 96s, a lot of them came from the snow stuff, the Christmas stuff, and they're good names. Some of them are going to have to get some repeats. We got Chris Johnson. Who else? Ed Reed might get like a 99 later in the year. Same thing with the Brian Dawkins, you know, big pack sellers. Mike Vick might, maybe not. I don't know. One thing I want to mention about these 96s though. You take a look back at Madden 18. You know, I wasn't planning on showing this, but let's actually go back here. Take a look back at Madden 18. We started at 97 overall. So guys like Mike Vick, guys like Chad Johnson, guys like Bruce Matthews, Jason Taylor. These guys didn't get another upgrade, folks. That was it. 97 overall was the highest card they had in the game, unless they got like another promo or a golden ticket. That was it. That is Madden 18. Go back to our research here. These guys technically, although they are 96s, the upgrade program is different this year. So when you upgrade a player from 96 to 97, they are reaching that tier of overall that we had last year in Ultimate Legends. So in my brain, in my SEAICH brain, my Kiwi brain, that tells me that all these 96s with the upgrade kind of count as Ultimate Legends. They're kind of already at that point we were at last year. Now, this isn't last year. I get that. I could be different. A lot of these names here, especially in the 96s, man, these are pack sellers. You know, you see another Chris Johnson come out. CJ2K, I'm sure he's going to get another card. You know, you see Brian Dawkins, he'll probably get another card. Randy Moss is almost for sure getting another card. Pack sellers are obviously getting another card. Okay? So we taken that into account. These guys could still get upgrades. Let's go back to our handy dandy calculator here. That's why I listed them over here. Okay? So we got, let's say 56 plus the 22 that are 96 overalls. That's 78. We divide it by 3 a week. That comes out to 26 weeks. Exactly on the mark. And that is exactly how many weeks we have until Madden 20 drops. At least if it's going off of last season. That's how long I think the Ultimate Legend program is going to last, is 26 weeks. Okay? But take this into account, guys. With all the 96s and all the 95s and less, that barely fits the window of what we need to fill out the rest of the year. There's a lot of stuff to take into consideration, folks. There's a lot of things that happen between now and August. A lot of things. You see different promos come out that give these cards upgrade, like as a master. We saw it a lot, you know, with the Harvest, the Zero Chill, the Halloween, the Super Bowl, all that kind of stuff. We saw a bunch of Legends get upgrades via those specific promos. And we have a lot more coming, guys. I know that we're at the tail end, the second half of the MUT year. After the Super Bowl, things kind of, they calm down and Madden isn't as exciting. I get it. Totally get it. But that being said, I think that EA can help bring a lot of people back into the game by introducing a good, healthy amount of brand new Legends to put into the Ultimate Legend program. Don't have to be like 3 brand new ones every week. That's not going to happen. We are definitely getting some repeats. We can add like maybe 1 or 2, you know, a week. Maybe 1 a week. 1 a week would be fire. Okay? So, another thing to take into account. On the very first week of Ultimate Legends, EA, they have a trend. They have a trend of dropping 10 at the same time. Okay, so let's be conservative. I don't think that all of these 96s are getting an upgrade for Ultimate Legends. Maybe some do, maybe some don't. Okay, but let's be conservative and cut that number. Let's cut it down by like half. Let's give them 11. Okay, so let's say 11 of those guys get Ultimate Legends. That's pretty fair. So 56 plus 11 is what we're looking at. 67 new Legends going in until the end of the year. That's a good, healthy number. Now, let's go ahead and minus the 10 that we think we were going to be getting from the launch of Ultimate Legends. That takes it down to 57. Now, after my research of what we got this year and what we got last year, I determined there was anywhere between 12 and 16 Legends we can get through promos, through Easter, draft, combine, stuff like that. I think we can get that number even lower. So let's minus 16. To be optimistic, let's minus 16, that's 41. 41 cards that need Ultimate Legend upgrades. Okay, let's actually just bump it up to an even number so it's easier on the math. Now let's go ahead, let's say 42, and divide that by 3. That's 14 weeks. 14 weeks. And again, guys, I know maybe this isn't likely, but you take that away from the 26 weeks that we already have, so that's 12. And you times that by the number of Legends we would need to fill those spots. That would be 36 new Legends. 36 new Legends would be absolutely fire. 36 new Legends spread out through 26 weeks. Obviously, we're going to be, I don't know if it's going to be that healthy of a number, 1.3 new Legends a week. But I'm thinking after all is said and done, you got the promos. You've got, you know, the solos and stuff where we might see more upgrades like we did the first half of the season. I'm thinking that Ultimate Legends could introduce 1 brand new Ultimate Legend a week. Think of this logically, guys. Business-wise, EA needs to keep their audience engaged for the second half. This may be something that they determined before Madden 19 even launched. They may have said, you know what, guys, our numbers, you know, the first quarter or the, you know, whatever, the fourth quarter of the year, great. That's Madden really brought in a lot of dough. But consistently, at the second half of Madden, we lose a huge player base, maybe even pack sales. Pack sales could go down tremendously in the second half of the year because a lot of people cash out after the Super Bowl. You guys would be surprised. We here on my channel, we are that 2%, that 1% that plays Madden very consistently, religiously. You guys buy a lot of packs. You guys grind a lot of solos. But when you take a look at the broad view of Madden players, there's not that many of us. There really isn't. So how does EA keep the 1% engaged past the Super Bowl drought? Do something like this. Release one brand new Ultimate Legend every single week, and that will sell packs. That will sell packs. So me optimistically, I'm thinking that we're getting 26 brand new players into the game. And you spread that over until 26 weeks until Madden 20 is about to drop. That's one new legend a week. That's the math, guys. That is the actual investigative process I went through to determine that number. I went through so much on Mutthead, making sure I got, you know, those random upgrades we got through Gauntlet, those random upgrades we got through Limiteds, and I made sure to include those into this list. So this is as close as it's going to get. So there's two things you can take away from this, one positive, one negative. Let's start with the negative, actually. The negative is that the total amount of legends, every single legend counted from the beginning of the game till now, amounts to 26 weeks worth of legends. And that's exactly the number that we have until Madden 20 drops. But you must account for what we're getting between now and August. There's a lot of time in between now and August. Last season, Easter promo, LT was the master. Lawrence Taylor, huge promo, was really successful. We're gonna see a few of those throughout the year. We're gonna see a lot of those throughout the year. Some of these guys that already have really high cards, I can see them getting like +1 boosts maybe. Those would be good for like different promos or different solos and stuff like that. You guys say, whoa, SEAICH, we're not gonna get those for solos. Are you crazy? We've seen it, kind of, you know. We got technically, you know, the Mike Vick and those guys, kind of, maybe, a little bit. But I like to be optimistic about it. I like to think of it from a business point of view. And a business point of view dictates if they've been collecting data on Madden for the past X amount of years and they've noticed a drop in revenue past the Super Bowl when a lot of players are logging out, a lot of players are playing something else, the 1% isn't as engaged in packs. If they were to drop one brand new player a week for 26 weeks, that would keep people engaged. Maybe not even one new player for 26 weeks, maybe one new player for every 22, for the next 22 weeks. The last month, you know, it is not the biggest month for brand new cards. That's more about like golden tickets and stuff like that. Let's even say 22 new legends. That would be huge. That would give a lot of optimism to what we're seeing on the weekends again. You hear me? Yeah, when Saturday comes around, it's like, oh, we're gonna get another upgrade. Boo, it's gonna be another recycled legend. There's really not much to be excited about. You know, every now and then you'll get that Calvin Johnson, you'll get that Chris Johnson, you maybe get that Randy Moss. That's really cool. That's fire. That's pack selling names. But it's all stuff that we've seen before. And in a year where we've voiced our opinion on recycled legends that we do not love recycled legends. Recycled legends is not the move to keep the people excited about MUT. I think the best business strategy would be to release one brand new one every single week until Madden 20 drops. Is it likely? I don't know, guys. You tell me in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Do you think that SEAICH is crazy with his theories and his speculation, and that I'm just hoping for too much from EA, which is so possible at this point? Or do you think the research that I went through, the research that I gathered, dictates that we should be seeing brand new Ultimate Legends? Maybe it's not every week. Maybe it's once every other week. Either way, this game deserves more legends in the game. The game makes more than enough money to secure contracts, to secure the rights for brand new players. Troy Polamalu needs to be in the game. Peyton Manning needs to be in the game. All these really big names that really should be in Madden need to be in Madden, because Madden deserves it, the player base deserves it, and we've spent more than enough money to dictate spending money to make more money. EA. There you go, guys. So guys, hit us up with a like and sub if you agree with this. I know there's a bit of a different video. We didn't show any gameplay, we didn't show any cards, but this is kind of important for the player base to listen to, understand, maybe help make our voices heard, guys. Hashtag new MUT legends. Let's get the attention of the devs. Even if this year is a wash, maybe we lose a lot of the player base, that would suck. We could at least have our voice be heard in saying, Madden 20 needs to be real different with this, guys. The content first half of this MUT year, the first maybe quarter of this MUT year was really good up until like maybe the last month or two. We need that all the time. We need new legends. We need to have a game that's engaging, fun, and make it exciting, you know, on a weekly basis. If it's recycled legends that we've seen before, if it's stuff that doesn't really get us freaking engaged, then I don't see how many people are gonna, I don't see a lot of people staying in MUT for the long run this season. I don't want to see the player base die off in March when it should be dying off, you know, way closer to August. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you for listening to me spiel. Let me know in the comments what you think. As always, stay frosty.
Last chance. advance forth and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up cause you know we stay frosty. I take my frosty chocolate, vanilla or swirl. Mutt Master YouTuber, come on let's give it a whirl. Mutt Madden Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Staying frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, you know them gods will be slain. Stay frosty.